Okay, guys, let's see how Extra Emily. I'm pretty sure that's what this video is about. Let's see how Extra Emily destroyed her career. Allegedly. Allegedly. I don't think she, honestly, I don't think she really destroyed anything. It's so hard for people to actually face consequences anymore. So I don't know. We'll see. I think this is about Extra Emily. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the actual video. This could be about somebody else.
This complete moron of a Twitch streamer who I guess is very often under the influence in her content was just banned on Twitch. Allegedly for streaming herself while driving under the influence.
Hold on, let me take a hit.
And while we don't have any official confirmation that that's the actual reason she was banned, the clips of her stream definitely don't help paint her in the best light.
But I'll say this, if you're going unprotected, at least get a Big Mac to go with that questionable decision.
You guys are tripping. Like, if that were the case, then restaurants wouldn't be allowed to serve alcohol at all.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that it definitely wasn't her passing gas that got her.
I always like have mixed feelings about like the whole intoxication thing because like not intoxication in general, but like restaurants and like selling alcohol publicly and everything else. Like I do wonder if it's kind of like one of those lesser of two evil situations where if we like, I wonder why they haven't tried to do something about restaurants and like bars and stuff like that and like limiting alcohol consumption for people who are driving. I know a lot of local places will try, like local to you, not local to me specifically. Like some places will have like a give me your keys situation or like whatever, like they'll call you Ubers, they'll call you like ways to get home if you can't. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like if we do anything about like restaurants and bars giving alcohol, it's just going to make the problem so much worse because then people are just going to be like getting their own alcohol and consuming it that way. But like as far as like THC goes, that one in particular, I've always felt like it should be treated similarly to alcohol because I'm sitting here like, if someone has to think about the answer to 2 + 2 while they're stoned, maybe we don't let them drive. Like I have such like conflicting feelings about some of this stuff because like people will swear by it and they'll be like, no, it's fine. I'll be like, okay. But then like I get older and I'm still sitting here thinking like, I don't understand. Like I'll give a hot take. I have super mixed like, or I don't want to say mixed feelings. I have super like opinions about parents that supervise not just their children, but other people's children while under the influence. Like I have issues with that. And like, I think it's crazy for parents to come out here saying how stoned they are and their kids are in the background. Like, that one's kind of wild to me. I gotta go to bed. All right, have a good night.
We're in trouble here, even though it's included in basically every single headline on this whole thing. Crazy headline, but still obviously not the thing that got her banned. And yes, I realize this is Twitch alert, but still diabolical headline. But hey, also being gross on stream is kind of par for the course for the person we're talking about today, who goes by Kaceytron, who's honestly been a figure on the internet for way over a decade at this point. If I remember correctly, I think she was the innovator of being the first League of Legends cleavage streamer. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what her original claim to fame was. But again, I think that was over a decade ago. So since then, she's been no stranger to being temporarily
So why is Extra Emily getting brought up so much?
Banned on Twitch for her comments and behavior. But this time, people are unsure if this will actually be a permanent ban or not.
No, sobriety test me. Sobriety test me, breathalyze me.
But
neither is a previous issue with Extra Emily or something like that.
If you rolled your eyes at the sound of her name, you're probably familiar with her content, which is filled with, I guess, gaming, ripping bongs, and her polarizing persona. And I guess there's whatever this is as well.
2, 1, got this.
Yeah. So I guess her arguing with her chat about her sobriety and ability to drive while streaming herself behind the wheel is, I guess, par for the course.
I'm trying to get to McDonald's, okay? I don't really give a like I don't really give a I'm trying to get to McDonald's. Shut up. High slash drunk slash I'm
So she is drunk. Okay.
literally not drunk. You are
You're
tripping.
slurring your words.
I mean, I've even seen people in the replies to this news on Twitter saying this behavior is nothing new for her stream. And that's something that's pretty alarming to me, but hey, I guess thankfully a staff member finally saw it. But either way, as I mentioned earlier, Kaceytron, she's been around for years, and she's definitely known for using controversy to get some views.
My name's Kaceytron. I'm a professional female gamer. DDoS me, you're not gonna be able to DDoS me. Are you kidding? Try to DDoS me. Try to DDoS me, idiots. You can't DDoS me. You can't take me down. People have been trying to take me down for years, and you can't take me down.
She definitely should.
I mean, I don't know if that's like the best thing to show for her being controversial. Like, I would probably snap like that too if people kept trying to like, you know, like I feel like at some point you just gotta be like, no, like effing do it.
Be on anyone's
ahead,
content
try.
Mount Rushmore, but she's definitely been around for a while.
I wouldn't say that clip is controversial. Like, you probably could have picked anyone, like any other clips, and really sold your point on that
When
one.
I was first coming up on YouTube in like 2015, 2016, 2017, I remember her as a pretty big streamer. But then suddenly I didn't hear from her for like probably 5 years. And when I heard about her then 5 years later, I was like, oh, is she okay? Because in the more recent years in the stream, she seems to just kind of get crossfaded and acts laughably stupid, whether it's for a bit or if she's being serious. I don't know. Hard to
That is unironically a really bad trap for a lot of streamers to fall in, and it really sucks because I never fell for it, or fell into it, I guess is the right word. I never fell into it, but it does kind of get you where like people tend to make comments when you're intoxicated because you are being kind of silly and kind of goofy about like who you are and who you're acting like in the moment, and it can make you feel like that you're only entertaining if you're intoxicated, and that sucks. So like there have been some streamers that have fallen into that trap of feeling like they can only stream if they're intoxicated in some way.
tell.
So what if weed is my personality? What's Nick's personality? Being a creep. What's Melena's personality? Norway. What's Minx's personality? Ireland. What's Schlatt's personality? Mutton chops.
What the
Wait, is she talking about people she's friends with like that? That's crazy. Because she was like pointing behind her. I would be like, you think my personality is being American?
Is that a gun?
What?
I don't want to be next to that.
This is a propane torch.
Casey, what are you doing?
This is a torch to heat up my nail.
And she's also recently found herself embroiled in legal battles with H3H3. But this time, viewers are
Okay,
speculating
yeah,
that she
but
might
like, no one likes H3H3 anymore.
actually be in some real trouble due to the fact that she has, number one, yet to address any of this. Number two, she's still banned as of recording this video. This happened
What is there for her to really address though? Because like the evidence is there. We witnessed it. Like, what is there for her to like say? Like, yes, I did it, or no, I didn't, or like I know people are probably looking for an apology, but like in all fairness, you're not the ones she should be apologizing to. It should be the people that she put in danger by being on the road. Not really to the streaming community and their viewers.
days
Like,
ago,
I don't know,
so
man.
Normally,
What is she
when
gonna
gets
say?
banned, she's only banned for like 24 or 48 hours. But for some reason, she's still publicly arguing with people online, but hasn't
Yeah, okay.
addressed this. Okay.
Because, like, what is there to address? There's
So
nothing
obviously,
to really
we
address.
can't say anything definitively, but if she was streaming herself driving
Like, you want her to just be like, hey, I was streaming while intoxicated and I got banned. Teehee, oops. Like, I don't... What do you want her to say? Like, I don't get the... Dude, I don't understand this, like, constant need to, like, make people address things. It's like, not apologize, not, like, defend themselves, but make a statement about it. And it's like... I don't care, like, What is there for her to freaking say about this? Like, the only thing she could say is, I'm sorry, but like, we're not the ones that she should be apologizing to. I am curious. I am looking it up while we're talking, but I do wonder if she got Kaceytron unbanned. I want to see if she got unbanned. Somehow Hassan is the first result. Weird. Because it looks like she like, oh, she's commenting on stuff. Someone made a comment under a Hassan video and said, do you think they would still talk to him if they knew how he treated his animals? And she said, in response, Kaceytron just randomly goes, do you think you want... Okay, what the frick? Do you think if you want and talked to a psychiatrist about your mental unwellness, they would prescribe you an antipsychotic? What? Why are you getting involved? What the frick? Dude, what? Why are you getting involved in this stuff? What the? Get off Twitter. This girl is nuts. What the frick? Okay, there is one from the streamer bans. Oh yeah, she was banned for 23 hours. Wait, why are we... Wait, what? Wait, was that a second one? Wait, you can search name. You can search things in this. Hang on. I don't remember how to spell your name. I typed it 6 times now and I've been able to spell it, and then... Wait, so she got banned in June too, and then unbanned in June. She's still banned. Okay. She's been banned since July 5th. All right, that answers that question.
And the influence. Number one, she's a complete idiot. Number two,
Yeah, that's
she
fair.
probably should be banned for a long time. And just for like quick context, Asian Andy, he live streamed himself eating a chicken nugget while he was driving, and that resulted in a permanent ban for him. So if this doesn't yield a permanent ban, they might be not consistent with the enforcing of rules on.
I mean, so far it's permanent, but also the other issue with the other one was that he never appealed it, if I'm not mistaken. He just got banned and then didn't really care because he hardly used the channel.
Which, not like
So I do wonder if he had made a fuss about it, if he would have gotten unbanned
Apparently
or not.
all this happened about a week ago on July.
Watch him get unbanned, like, because of all this.
5th,
That'd be
when
so
headlines
funny.
started popping up on social media announcing that she had once again been banned on Twitch. And if you look at her Twitch, you just get the normal Twitch ban, so it's not like we get too much information of what actually happened here. We can only
Right.
speculate based on her last stream. But that didn't stop most people's knee-jerk reaction to be, oh, okay, she got banned again. She'll be unbanned again in like 2 days or something like that, because that happens so much with her. But again, like I mentioned earlier, this isn't normal because she's still banned, and it happened over a week ago now. And obviously,
This seems to be the one thing that Twitch is pretty, I want to say pretty consistent on, because I know they're not super consistent on it, but like, the driving one is one that Twitch has notoriously been like super strict on.
so many clips from her last stream went viral, and again, they don't paint her in a good light.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of other clips he could have used. There's so many other clips.
And the crazy part about all this is the accusation didn't come out after the stream. No, her own viewers are calling her out while she's live during the stream.
Honey, if McDonald's is the ultimate destination for your late night rendezvous, then you need to step up your game. Those fries ain't gonna dip themselves. But I'll say this, if you're going unprotected, at least get a Big Mac to go with that questionable decision.
You guys are tripping.
That was a freaking AI response
It's
too.
like, if that were the case, then restaurants wouldn't be allowed to serve alcohol at all.
Like, even beyond
See, like, half the time it sounds like she's not. That one, she sounded a lot more clear than the other one. So I'm like, how
Texas
like,
Beat donations, her chat is spamming comments about her drinking and smoking before getting in the car. But instead of, I guess, denying drinking and driving in the clip for her stream, she just doubles down and starts arguing with her chat about whether she's capable enough to drive or not.
No, sobriety test me. Sobriety test me, breathalyze me. I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those.
see, yeah, that's where she sounds messed up.
Those blow things, you know, like the ones that you can get on your keychain. I would blow, and I would blow under the limit.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, you're getting crossfaded though. Like, it's too like it can't detect how much
Like,
THC you
guys are
had.
tripping.
And obviously, arguing that you could blow below the limit doesn't really imply that you haven't had anything to drink. Plus, the whole argument about, oh,
Yeah, but like that. If it was just alcohol and it was still under the limit and she's driving completely fine, again, like it's legal. So like there's only so much we can really
if what
say
I'm
about
doing
it.
is so
You can
bad,
judge
why
her.
do restaurants serve alcohol? What?
She kind of has a point. I hate to say it, but like you're acting like it's this crazy thing, but like it kind of, there's a point to it. Because there is a legal limit for a reason.
That is just such a stupid argument.
It's not. Okay, yeah, it is a pretty. I will say it's a stupid argument, but it's so simple that it's stupid. Because it's like, if you couldn't drive at all under the intoxication period, then there wouldn't be a legal limit.
Lose way too many people every
And
single
I
year
hate to
drunk
agree with
drivers.
her on that
It
one.
is unacceptable.
But it is a stupid way to argue it.
The fact that you would
Like, the smartest way to argue it be like, guys, there's a legal limit for a reason. Like, that's all she would have had to have said, and it would have been a better, like, comeback than saying, like, the wider restaurant, like, yeah.
go on and use that as a defense while she's live streaming to a platform of people. Like, she has a platform and she's like clearly drinking at a restaurant. She doesn't know if she can drive or not. She doesn't seem like.
Okay, you haven't provided any evidence of that at all yet, so that's a baseless allegation at this point.
She's fully sober. I'll put it at that. And
I mean, that's the thing.
making that argument. Okay, this is pathetic. Like, hey, it's one thing to get crossfaded and just be terrible at video games on your live stream, but getting crossfaded then
We also don't know about the cross because all they've kept saying so far is about her being drunk. Like, do we know she was
while live
crossfaded?
stream, while other
This is why I kind of have mixed feelings about watching these videos sometimes on stream, is because like there's a lot of things that people will just say. And I hate when they do this because he keeps bringing up crossfaded, but I don't think he's shown any evidence that she was crossfaded or her chat is saying that she's crossfaded. All we've seen so far is comments about her being drunk.
people are on the road.
And even then, if she actually would be able to blow under the legal limit, then like, again, this kind of comes down to like a little bit of a non-issue, but like, is she reading chat or not? Is it just through TTS?
She's on public roads here. It's just so selfish and stupid. Like, ma'am, why can't you just DoorDash your McDonald's? Why?
I didn't think I was gonna have this take. It's not even this take though. I think she should have been banned. She should face consequences. However, as far as like, did she do anything wrong? I can't fully say. Because if we're gonna say that she did something wrong, then like we're saying that a lot of our friends and family has also made mistakes by going out onto the road after having one or two light beers. Like we kind of have to be honest with ourselves in this instance. Like I can't guarantee that she's made a mistake, except maybe streaming it while she's driving. But then like, is she even reading chat or is it all through TTS? Because if that's the case, then like she didn't technically violate TOS. I don't think. I would have to see Twitch's TOS about like driving in particular. But I'm so conflicted, man. I don't like her. I don't think this was the move. Her arguments are kind of stupid, but also like, if we're going by like super strict sense of justice right here, like I can't say she did anything wrong based on the information I've been provided so far.
Stream and drive there, and she's literally getting so many donations telling her to stop driving and to just order Uber.
Okay, that's kind of the funny thing too. People are paying to tell her to stop.
Also, not to mention that streaming and driving in general should be a bannable offense, in my opinion. Not to say that's really too controversial.
Okay, but then you can make the argument of like, in that case, then like talking on the phone, period, should be banned. Or like illegal. Instead of using like a speaker with hands-free. Like, I don't know, man. If the person isn't reading chat at all, they're only responding to TTS, then it's the same as being on the phone?
Like, I feel like there's one way around it. The only way I feel like someone could stream and drive is if they cannot see the camera, they can't see the viewfinder of themselves, and they can't see the chat. If they had it like audio set up, it's fine. Then that's kind of like being on the phone and driving, hands-free, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, that's kind of the issue, is we haven't seen enough information.
But if you can be distracted by the viewfinder of yourself or your chat, that should not be allowed. Regardless, I mean, we've seen so many.
I mean, a lot of people will set it up and then they won't look at it. But then like, but then you kind of get into the argument of like, but then like, maybe we shouldn't have like touch screens for cars anymore to change radio stations and stuff. And it should just be physical buttons and like take away visible GPS. Like there's a lot of there's so many things that can be compared in these situations that it's so hard to make blanket statements.
People just being stupid while streaming and driving. Even recently, you had the whole stuff about, what was her name? Extra Emily? Yeah, it happened with Extra Emily multiple times, actually. Like, come on.
Okay, yeah, so that's why people were bringing her up. Okay, funnily enough, I saw more about Extra Emily than I did Kaceytron. That's what I was just like, I thought Kaceytron did something else. And this was about Extra Emily.
Entertain your chat while you're on the go. Get an Uber and tip well.
Okay, when you're as big as she is, you don't really have to entertain the chat that much.
Inconvenience for them. But obviously, if you add,
they're also kind of entertaining themselves.
Some alcohol and get a little cross-faded, definitely Uber, especially if you're live streaming. But a clip from Asma's stream went pretty viral on this topic exactly. And he definitely used a few extra insults that I would have skipped personally.
Oh, no. Oh, we dropping slurs?
But as far as a stance on streaming and drinking and driving, I agree that it should probably result.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I don't think like people should be streaming, drinking, and driving, but also like, it's so hard to say because like them are saying that like our friends and family that have like had like a couple of beers can't be on the road at all. Even though they'll like blow under the legal limit, but also like we haven't really seen much about her being crossfaded. I've only seen drunk comments so far.
A permaban.
This disgusting person, this annoying, obnoxious, should be permanently banned.
I know what word was there.
Off of the platform. You are drinking and driving. You're reading chat, and you're also.
Okay, so she was reading chat. So now we got him say. I don't think he would say that if she wasn't reading chat, because as much as I also don't much care for Asmund, I don't think he would be the one to add in flourish to the story if it wasn't true.
Doing it all on stream.
We don't want to give people more excuses to be distracted. We're already distracted.
Oh, that's what I was saying though. That's why I like have issues with watching videos like this sometimes, is because like they don't always present all the facts. And like, here's all of the information that you need to make a decision about this. Instead, they just kind of feed you their opinion and their information. Because Asmund also didn't mention anything about being crossfaded.
Enough while driving. But hey, since all this happened, Kaceytron has rightfully been ripped apart
nuanced
by both
topic on
haters
internet,
and her
impossible
own viewers, even though there hasn't been an official confirmation of the reason for her ban. Regardless, though, I mean, it's safe to say the general public has already made up its mind. And I'm
the iPad in modern cars is quite the topic, actually. Yeah, but like not nearly as much as you would think.
Kaceytron herself is well aware of the reason that she was banned and could tell people, but she has yet to make any comment on it as of right now. So I don't know. I guess she just seems a little bit preoccupied with beefing with random people on Twitter at the moment.
Yeah, I saw
But
some
also,
weird.
let's be real,
She's not even beefing with people on Twitter about herself either for half of it.
It was
Like
for something else unrelated. Why wouldn't she say that? I don't know.
because why would she? I don't know, man. That's kind of where I'm like, why would? Why would she say that? Why would she say that? Like one, it's getting her a lot of attention, but two, like she doesn't really need to.
Oh, hard to know for certain. She could be milking all this for drama, and she might know that she might be unbanned soon. I guess we'll find out with time. But regardless, the best outcome is that she learns from this and doesn't repeat this. But hey, if
Yeah,
you're new
hopefully.
here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
All right, before anybody says anything about anything I said, I would like to make it very clear. I do not think this is okay. Obviously.
I come to you on the day of your
Stop
daughter's
coming.
wedding. I march.
Anyway. I don't, obviously, like, this is bad. Like, this isn't okay. You should not be drinking and driving and streaming all on top of, I don't think you should really be drinking and driving, to be honest. If you're, like, bragging about, like, being under the legal limit, that's a little crazy. I unironically think she's kind of right, though, and she should get a breathalyzer. Maybe she should, so she can, like, know if she's actually making a mistake or not. I kind of think that's a move, honestly. But I don't know. It's like, I have the issues that I brought up was more with the video than like the situation at hand and like the way it's being discussed. And that usually ends up looking like me defending the person when in reality it's really not. But yeah, no, this is, it's crazy to do this. But then I also like struggle to say too much because I'm like, okay, Asmin said she was reading chat, but do we know for sure? Like, that's just someone saying it. But like, assuming the reading the chat part is correct, then yes, all of this is 1000% like outside of the realms of like anything like morally okay at all, period whatsoever, whoever you are. However, if she wasn't reading chat, she never really looked at her phone, and it was only TTS that she was responding to, then like it's really hard to say that this is like any different than someone drinking under the legal limit and like talking on the phone while they're out. You know, like it's a very, that in particular, if that's all it boiled down to, would be a very hard thing to have a conversation about, because it's like, if we hold her to a certain set of standards, then we need to hold everyone else in our life to the same standards. So like, that's where I'm conflicted. It's not what should the standard be? It's if you're going to hold her to a specific set of standards, then you need to hold everyone else in your life to that same standard and yourself. Like, I don't think streaming inherently while driving is necessarily an issue if you're not reading chat at all or even looking at the camera at all. Like you said, I don't think that's necessarily an issue. However, reading chat, messing with your phone, like being really just like being distracted by it is obviously like a not okay thing. And like, I'm assuming the chicken nugget thing, I'm assuming he had to take hands off the wheel for it. So I'm assuming that's probably why. But I don't know. The whole thing as a, like this subject as a whole, it sucks. I don't know the validity of the crossfaded accusation, and I don't know the validity of reading chat, because the clips that were shown to us, she was responding to a TTS. So I can't give an opinion on that. However, if she was reading chat, this is 1000% no. Absolutely no. You're a piece of work, that's for freaking sure, to decide that this is okay. But if she was above the legal limit and or reading chat and or being distracted by her phone, then yeah, 1000% no. Wait, I was going in a different direction. If she was not reading chat, if she was below the legal limit and she was only responding to TTS, then I think we're putting ourselves in a really freaking awkward place here. Because then it's like, what about all the people in our lives that have basically done the exact same thing, but it wasn't a stream, they were just on the phone and they weren't reading, like there's nothing to read, you know, there's no chat because they're not like on the phone, under the legal limit, and driving. If it boiled down to those 3 bullet points and there was no crossfaded, there was no reading chat, there was none of that, then like, can we really say anything about it? But then if any of those things changes, it instantly becomes a giant no-no. So it's just like, that's why I'm a little conflicted, honestly, personally. That's why I'm a little bit, I think this is horrible. I don't think this is okay. If what everyone is saying is true, then that's super effed, man. That is really messed up. But then I think it does open a conversation of like, if we're going to hold her to those standards, then I think we need to hold everyone else to those standards too, including ourselves. So I think that's what I'm really trying to hammer home in this one. If you guys have never seen an edited video of mine, this is what gets cut out a lot, is me talking in circles until I figure out my viewpoint. So my viewpoint is the situation is messed up. And I think this opens up the door to the topic of whether or not people are holding themselves and others to the same standards that they're holding her. Because I wonder how many people were telling her not to drink or drive or whatever, and either they or their friend or someone they know has been in a similar situation and they didn't think it was a big deal. So I think it opens up like that kind of discussion. And I think that's a discussion that we need to have with ourselves and with each other and kind of like go from there, if that makes sense. But that as a whole, like, dude, I don't even know the answer to that. It's just like, am I holding her to the same stand? Like, I'm not comfortable with people drinking and driving at all, but that's a comfort thing. I know there's a legal limit for a reason, but like, it's just a comfort thing, you know? Like, even if someone is like only had like 2 beers and they would blow over under the limit, it's a comfort thing. But I don't know where I sit on it, like, morally. Like, if you have poor judgment, if you could blow under the limit and still drive. But I also think that, like, the legal limit isn't, like, the end-all be-all, and some people may not be able to drive with any alcohol in their system. So, I don't know. That's something I'm curious about, like... As far as comfort levels, this is atrocious, obviously, and morally atrocious, especially if everything that I said was wrong. But it's just like, I don't think I could really form an opinion in such a short time about whether or not drinking at all is morally okay and getting behind the wheel, because I feel like any sort of inebriation is always going to cause issues. So that's kind of where it stands in my head. But I'm not going to sit there and judge and scream at somebody if they have like a beer or two and then get in a car. Like, you know, like it's just like, I don't think it's okay. And I don't think I ever did it when I was younger and could drive. But that doesn't mean I'm going to scream at somebody who did. But that also doesn't mean that I think what Kaceytron did was okay. And that, I think, is my closing thoughts on this. If what everybody said is true, then this situation is super messed up and absolutely disgusting. And everything that the short clip of Asmon talking is absolutely fits here. If she wasn't reading chat at all, then it goes into a little bit more of a gray area. And I don't know how to feel about it. So that's kind of where I sit on that one. So... hope you enjoyed this. Leave your thoughts in the comments, please. Please, please, please. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm so curious about what other people think about this. So, I appreciate you guys, and have a lovely day.